Imagine losing a 2-month job after a 17-year-long unemployment period. That is James.
Some straight like you, giant stick up his ass, all of a sudden at age, what, 60, he's just gonna break back?
So James is trying to go back to the good old days when people would donate money to him.
I already know no one's gonna send me any money. I wish you guys would do that like you did last year. Last year y'all hooked me up like crazy.
But nobody wants that. After losing the only job he's had in a 17-year time span, he hasn't been putting the effort into getting a new one. He's back to making this his job.
This is my job.
In my last video, I mentioned he was banned on Instagram from doing live chats for a year, but it turns out the deadline is in March 27 of this year, so we will actually get to see James sooner than we anticipated. So as he's waiting for the deadline, he's now doing lives on YouTube. You know, something to do as he waits for the deadline. Not getting a job or anything like that. And again, he's just begging for money.
But you guys know it is freezing cold out here. I need someone to send me a few dollars if they can, if you don't mind. I'm freezing my ass off. I see that shit, you jerk off. Don't be getting out here and trolling me, man. See? You don't waste any time. Just get on here and go right to trolling. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't send me no nickel. You could have kept the shit. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know how cold it is, 35 degrees. Thanks a lot for the weather report, jerk off. Well, you can send it to... No, you know what? Send it to my Chime. Or you can send it to my Venmo, account. Yeah, I know it's 23. No, the hell you did not send me no $1,000. Stop playing. You get on here, and as soon as you guys get on here, y'all start trolling me, man. And y'all know I'm out here freezing my ass off. I had a job. I lost my job over some stupid bullshit.
It always surprises me when James is surprised that there's trolls. Realistically, who else would be watching this?
Send some money on my Chime card.
He keeps thinking that doing lives automatically grants him money. He would post videos announcing he would do lives later in that day. So when he does do lives, he'll be like, you see, I told you I'd do it. Now you owe me money.
I know the live videos or live chats or whatever I did on YouTube was not all that. I know. You guys need to send me some money, please. Like donations, man. My hands are freezing. I need some money sent to me, like on my Chime or maybe my Venmo, which I already checked a few minutes ago, and there's nothing on there, man.
Like it's some sort of binding contract we have to keep. But the entitlement is super crazy. I mean, think about it. Guys, I'm gonna do a live, but you gotta give me money, right? But in this live in which I'm begging for money in, I need you to send me money.
I will fuck you up!
And by the way, March 27th, I'm going to be doing a live chat on Instagram. That's when I'll be able to go back on there and do my live chats on there, okay? Yeah, I'm freezing my ass off. Do something entertaining and maybe you'll send me a donut. Man, fuck you. Man, I'm homeless. I'm freezing. I lost my family. And that's all you can do is sit there and talk shit to me, man? I lost my job. And I am not no Ice King. I'm freezing. How are you? So, you guys don't want to get on here and, man, donate to me? So, I mean, I can go be somewhere warm.
It's people like this that are quick to tell you their problems. Like if it's our problems. We know you're in a bad spot. That is why you should, and say it with me now, get a job. I know this is gonna sound mean, but I hate it every time James brings up the loss of his family. Cause if we're thinking like grown men for a second here, this dude is in his 50s and just now lost his mom. There's a lot of people who don't have moms. There's people that lose their moms at a younger age. Losing your family is not an excuse to stay unproductive. Let me please remind you that when his family was around, he was still begging for money. The only times he talked about his family is when he would talk about getting their money that the government didn't allow him to have.
Man, this is the shittiest holiday season ever. And until we get your money from Social Security, which they lost your fucking ID, we don't know anything. We're supposed to get your damn direct express card. We ain't got that yet.
A long time ago.
Yeah, we should have been, you've been here since August. We should have had your money a long time ago. And we ain't got it yet.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder if we'll ever get it.
You'll get your cigarettes.
Now let's not start talking about that.
I know, but you'll get it when that time comes.
It's just so sad to me that his mom is gone and his brother's not there, and he still has the audacity to use their name to get money out of you. Let me also remind you about the time when someone joined James live, told James that he lost 2 sons, and James still made it about himself.
They keep forgetting that I went, you know, my mom passing away and the state took my brother.
My son died when he was 22. My second son died when he was 20. And I've got reason to be out there in the streets myself, but I'm not going to do it.
Well, that's rough for me, having to deal with that.
All right, look, let me get off here before I change my mind, because you're going to piss me off, I think. But I'm going to send you $75, all right?
Yeah, the $75 was sent, but it didn't go through for some reason. I don't know what.
That I lost my mommy card is really worn out by now.
I lost my family.
You fucking pussy.
And if it's that much of a problem that you lost your family and all this and you're freezing and that, then why don't you get a job? And this just only shows how fucking stupid James is.
I told you what my Venmo is.
People don't donate anyway. Even though he's told us what his Cash App is, his Venmo, even his credit card information, people still ask him what his information is, like if we didn't hear the many thousand times before. But this idiot gets mad when you ask him for his Venmo.
I told you what my Venmo is.
Because he's like, dude, I just told you. Yeah, we know that. He literally is so blind to the trolls fucking with him. Listen to what he said here.
I already know no one's gonna send me any money. I wish you guys would do that like you did last year. Last year y'all hooked me up like crazy.
That would mean he's admitting that people did help him out. He ended up wasting that money on nonsense.
This is mold ice.
Now here I am doing a live chat on YouTube. I did that many times before last year, and I wouldn't even be doing this like this. You know, if I hadn't lost my job, which was not even, you know, it's just out of the blue. You know, it just came out of nowhere. I'm live in my work spot. You know what I'm saying? Man, you people need to start sending me some money. Woo. I have $100 for the woman that comes over and is with me. I'm sitting there doing my thing at my job, and he comes up, well, I gotta let you go. I'm like, what the fuck? I started to ask, I half-assed asked him if he was drunk. You stole the card info? Yeah. I'm gonna report your ass for identity theft too, jerk off. You're gonna be seeing some time behind jail. You got a screenshot of my card. You can't order anything. There's nothing on it. I don't have any money. I'm broke. Smitty made a new documentary. Man, I don't give a fuck what he do. He's always making a damn documentary about me, saying some stupid shit that ain't true. Of course, it's insufficient funds. I don't have any money, man. All you guys are gonna do is troll me. I already knew you guys would, but I thought it might be worth a shot. I said I would do a live chat, and I did. So now I have to end it because I have to go find somewhere warm to sleep tonight.
I really meant what I said earlier. He is waiting for the moment that he's gonna do lives again. We're not that far off from the deadline, and he's not applying for jobs. Instead, he's talking about more stupid shit.
Yeah, some of my female starlets that I used to like the best, I guess, were Danny Daniels, Sophie D, Lexus Texas. Just name a few. I mean, I can't think of all of them. But anyway.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know when is the next time he's getting a job. It took him 17 years to get this one, and he lost it in 2 months. That's statutory, dude. 17 years? What has he been doing for 17 years?
This is about me being locked up back in the 1990s. Let's see here, 92, I was locked up for burglary of a habitation and of a vehicle. I did like 4 months in county, Gatesville, Texas. I got out, I was on 10 years probation. Then 93, I got locked up again. Failure to pay probation because I didn't have the money to pay, so I got locked up.
Yeah, so as you heard, he's been locked up quite a bit of times. I've talked about his incarceration in my last videos.
I got locked up. They sent me to boot camp. I asked if I was going to be in the service when I got done with that, and they said no. So I said I was suicidal and got kicked out of there, sent back to county. Then I spent the rest of that year in locked up until like late that year, 93. And then I got sent to a restitution center
where I spent the next 2 years there till 95 when I got released. Then 96 I got locked up for another 6 months because I couldn't pay probation. I think 97 or 98 I got locked up again because failure to pay, and I left the state. I was in Charleston, South Carolina. They sent U.S. Marshals to get me. I did help someone escape when I was in county, but he broke both his legs and he got caught.
Do you guys think he was sucking? Never mind. But I'm still willing to bet he was somebody's little bottom bitch. I bet you my fucking foreskin.
I smuggled tobacco into county for about 8 months, and then I got caught doing that. And let's see here, what else? Some of the inmates in there told me that I could file a lawsuit against Texas for keeping me past the time I was supposed to be released, because I was locked up, a month after I was supposed to be released, and I never got no money for that.
Did this fucking idiot really expect to get paid from being in jail over keeping him in for 1 month longer? Keep in mind, he's been locked up for most of the 90s. He was out in 1998. He started in 1993, as he mentioned. So yeah, a useless sack of shit. So useless, in fact, there was a time he legitimately thought he was gonna get paid for doing push-ups.
All I could do. And he left. And he probably didn't cash at me either. Did my end of it. No cash app. No money. Lies.
I noticed more people know about James nowadays, and it's a good thing. James is what happens when you don't do anything for yourself. I've seen people commenting that they were going to call in, and just the sight of James made them clock in early. You know how your parents would tell you what would happen if you don't finish school? If you don't have parents, go find one. James is the perfect representation of what they would describe. Out on the street, begging for money.
What am I supposed to do when I'm on the street? Cash app, cash.
I don't hear no coin sounds. Get a job, get a job.
I'm homeless, man.
This is my job. Get a job, get a job.
I can't do that.
Send me $300. I am taking donations. The problem is no one's sending it. I don't hear no coin sounds.
And you want to know what's funny? James has been asking for money on the internet for 5 years. It seems this was his epiphany moment, the moment he realized that this is his job.
Yeah, I'm gonna post more videos very soon. I think I'm just gonna post videos until I start getting paid.
But I still could be wrong because other sources claim that he's been begging for 9 years.
Cash app, cash app, cash app, cash app, cash app, cash. Every night I am home.
I want you to know that when he recorded this video, he was with his mom and his brother. This was when they were still around, right? He would always say that he couldn't get a job under the excuse that he was taking care of his family, yet devoted his time into making so many videos with the goal of making money. You might as well just get a job. But he was taking care of his family. Right. Well, let's talk about a Shannonverse theory that's going around. A theory sparked that he really wasn't taking care of them. The theory even talks about potential abuse. There is a video of James where he posted his mom having 2 black eyes, in which he says she fell and that's how she got them. There's other videos where she has bruises in her arms and scratches.
She got black eyes because of the fall when she hit her head. A real nasty bruise. Both her eyes. I love my mom.
And by the way, if she fell, wouldn't that mean that he wasn't watching her? Basically, the theory is James never really cared about his family. that he really only used them to get their disability checks. And we do know he did use their disability checks. In fact, James is from Texas, and he moved to South Carolina for the sole purpose to get their disability checks. He moved from Texas because the government wouldn't give it to him either, so he thought moving states would fix the problem. Maybe that's why the state of Carolina took James's brother. There is that video of him posting his mom having a seizure. Instead of calling for help, he instead decides to record. After he posted the video of his mom having a seizure, he posted another video the day after it happened. He explains that he posted the video so he can have something to show the nurses to explain what his mom is going through.
I made that video of my mom having a seizure. After I called 911, the doctors and nurses in here, I showed it to them so they could see what was going on with her seizure when she had her seizure.
But if that was the case, then why did you post it on YouTube for everyone else to see? And even though his mother was in critical condition at that point, he still felt the need to check out the nurses and tell us about it.
Anyways, they've been super helpful, especially the nurse, Megan. She's pretty hot. My mom is, still in ICU.
Not to mention the very thing I keep bringing up. He slept with a prostitute while his mom was in the same house. And seeing how he does nothing for himself, how careless he is with everyone around him, could there be merit to this theory? And you do have the option to find out for yourself, because there is a couple of channels that James made over the years. He never deleted any of them, so you can see videos of when he was with his family.
I love my mom.
They're not the reason why you're in this situation, man.
Well, they kind of, in a way, they are. I mean, because I was looking after them for all those years.
Well, if that's how you felt, why didn't you get a job?
Is it true that you were inviting prostitutes, like while you were with your family?
Well, yeah.
So when you confessed to having prostitutes at home, how did you pay for them then?
My mom did. She got SSI. My brother got disability. That part is true. I got to get some money some kind of way.
Well, I use my mom.
Yeah, okay. So you used your...
On a lighter note, James is still a full-blown idiot. I like talking about James because his actions justifies me ridiculing him. You don't like me making fun of you? Get a job. Need money that you don't have? Get a job. You don't want other people making fun of you for the same thing? Get a job. A lot of James' problems are preventable. All he has to do is just get a job. He made it his job to become an influencer, yet his stupid ass couldn't remember his own login password.
How about you get off my fucking internet?
He's been internet begging ever since he discovered how to do such a thing. The man is just a loser. There's nothing more to expect from him. His very first original reason to why he didn't want to get a job was because he claimed he had a disability.
He has a disability, he can't do certain things. The people around here using him, taking advantage of him. He could get any job actually. I'm not sure what type of disability he had.
Since that wasn't true, my mom died and my brother was taken away. But regardless, it makes no sense because when he was taking care of them, he would use their disability checks. So much so that they would still be broke. And that's how they ended up becoming homeless. He still had the audacity to make a GoFundMe because clearly mooching off of his sick mom and disabled brother wasn't enough for James. Why do you think James is so depressed? Because not only it's been 14 years since James had any form of female contact, but he has to think about how much of a scumbag he is that the last person he slept with was potentially witnessed by his mom and his brother. It's also just simple math. If you see that this man is collecting the disability checks of 2 other people and is still somehow homeless after all that, then it makes sense why they took that privilege away from him. He doesn't really care about himself, and he much less cares about you. You'd think that after all this begging, he'd be able to afford at least a jacket or a blanket. You would expect them to learn money management a little better. And I've always hated that stupid excuse, oh, a million other people do the same thing that I do.
I'm no different than anyone else, and yet I'm out here asking for money just like all these other people do when they ain't got no money and no job, no nothing.
You'd be doing yourself a favor if you did the thing that other millions of people are doing, and that is working.
People ask for money out on the streets, and
That's right? No, it's not. But people still give them money, and they still do it. So you give those people that ask for money on the street, you give them $5. You think they're going to stop just because you gave them $5? No. You think they're going to go get food with that $5? No. They're probably going to go get a bottle of liquor or whatever, and then be right back on the street later on that night or the next day doing the same exact shit. Now, I'm not saying that's what I do.
Despite doing lives on YouTube, nobody was donating, and it got James very pissed again. So he threatened to quit making videos again.
Well, my views are at an all-time low, so I guess I just fucking quit. I ain't making no money, nobody's sending no money, so fuck it, I'm done. I quit. Hater Nation's over. But I can't even get my followers and fans or whatever to send me money to help me when I'm in need, like they did last year. I mean, what's the point? Fucking see you in the next life.
But soon after was like, hey, I'm back again. And you gotta send me money if you want me to stay, even though nobody wants me here.
Fine, I won't quit. But I still need, some kind of support. I continue to do it for a little while longer in order for, until things start turning around for me, which at this point, I don't know when that's going to be.
Also, this random person who will remain nameless sent me pictures of their conversation with James, and I think he was posing as a female, because James was asking for money and for other things. Dude, James is just weird, man. Ever since James entered in my life, I gained this mentality where anyone who asks for money on the internet is an immediate scumbag. You're just pressing the record button and begging. There's not a lot of work put into that. I just don't see the logic. It's not like rich people are gonna donate, and broke people are most definitely not. It's bums like him that make you realize they can't even ask for money in person. And they probably do, but that doesn't make it better. Just get your ass a job, dude. And this isn't me coming out with a manifesto against the homeless. I'm just saying money is everywhere, and you gotta be the first one to catch it. Before I will. Get your ass a job. Thank you very much for 400 subscribers. I am truly grateful. When I make these videos on James, I hope you see them as educational videos on what happens if you don't lock in. But that's not only my intention. My intention is also, if you feel generous to help somebody out in need, make sure this person has the capability of fixing his own life. I have posted more videos on other people. Please check it out. I did work as hard as I do with these, and I wish nothing but the best for all of you.
I guess I don't have any more friends, any true fans or followers that will donate any money to me. They want to send all the money to people like Smitty who make fun of people like me who are homeless, who are down on their luck and shit like that, make videos about me and talk shit about me, and people get on here and troll. Run off my biggest donor, and